Hi there, Candace O'Brien here. This morning I'd like to talk to you about 3 quotes that I just love, and they're done by Maya Angelou. The first one is, words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes a human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. What an awesome quote, especially in today's day where people are now texting all the time, emailing all the time. You know, all you're getting whenever you're getting those messages is words. What's so important is to know that you still need to have that voice-on-voice conversation with people to know and to hear the different way that you're expressing those words and to know the meaning of those words that are being spoken in those texts. Sometimes I have received texts that I have thought were truly uncalled for only because of the way that they were spoken. And I know, a lot of people text their children, and to me, they're not getting the proper meaning of what these texts are that are coming through and the emails and stuff like that. It's one thing to text somebody or email somebody, but you still need to have that voice on voice. It is so important, especially in today's world with all the stuff that's going on around the world with, just different things. It's just there's so much negativity in the world that children really don't need to be getting the wrong idea from words that are being sent to them on a text or whatever. And that's how a lot of bullying is going on as well. So you really have to watch your words, and you really have to hear the human voice to infuse them with the deeper meaning, because that is so important. And not only are we writing things down on paper, we're typing them and everything in our computers and on our cell phones. Another one is, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Attitude is so important. If you have a really bad attitude, then don't expect good things to happen to you, because they really, really won't. As things go wrong, you're going to blame everybody but yourself. And I tell people all the time, if you don't like something, change you. Somebody talked the other day about they really wish their family would change, and they wish their family would do this, or they wish their child would do that. I said, you know what? Change you. When you change you, people feel those changes. People see those changes. And there's something that happens inside when you do that change. And when you do that change, you will see others do it. Right now, I have seen that happen with my daughter. My daughter was such a negative Nettie, and she has just totally done a 360. And I have watched her change, and her husband has changed. It's phenomenal how when you change, people around you really do change, whether you think they do or not. Also, another one is, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget on how you made them feel. That is so true. I used to work in Walmart, and I started there as a cashier, and I went from being cashier, I was on the customer service, I was on the layaway, I did a little bit of support for a while, I was in UPC and invoicing, I've done directs, I was in UPC and invoicing for quite some time. And then one of the assistant managers there really wanted me on the floor in one of her departments, so I was made a department manager for bedding. I just love interacting with people and being out in the public and meeting people. And it was really, really funny, because I haven't been there now it was 2005, so what's that, 8 years? And I happened to meet one of my good friends who I worked with there passed away. And when I went to her funeral, I hadn't seen her boyfriend in over 8 years, because it was long before I even ended there that I'd first met him. And it was really funny. I went up to him and I gave him a hug and shook his hand, and I said, I'm so sorry. And I said to him, I says, and I'm Candy. And he says, you know what? I knew exactly who you were. He says, I never forget. He says, a beautiful smile. And he said, I remember your smile. And he said, I remember your name with that smile. And I thought, how cool is that whenever people remember you by your smile? I've always loved to smile at people. When I meet people I don't even know, I walk down the street, I hold my head high. I always greet people with a smile. And, so I've made somebody feel good with my smile. And it's so true. You don't forget what people, you learn from what people say and stuff like that, but you always remember how they made you feel. So that's my 3 Maya Angelou quotes that I really enjoy the best, and I hope you got some value out of this. And if you want to know more about me, click the link below, and I look forward to seeing you on the beaches around the world. You have an awesome day. I am.